Now, that was very, very tough. We had some very difficult choices to make there. Can we get a massive cheer for all of our contestants, please? Because they all did an incredible job. But we're going to have them all step out now for a little bit of feedback from the judges. And we, of course, will be announcing who our winners and who our bottom two are. So please welcome back all of our contestants. Fran is grabbing a drink. Okay.
We must stop walking.
So, we are going to start with quite... oh, here she comes. Are you okay, Franny? Okay, she got her this here. We are going to start with the toughest part, and we want to start with our bottom three for the evening, just so we can give them enough time to prepare for the lip sync, if that does happen. Could Ivy, Dawn, and Ariana please step forward? I'm so sorry, darlings, you are the bottom three for this evening. We're going to start with some feedback from the judges. I'll start with you, Franz, and you can go for whoever you want to go with.
So Dawn, I kind of want to speak mostly on you, because this outfit I see before me is not something I ever expected from you. And please don't take this the wrong way, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. The hair you did yourself, right? And the embellishment, it's way above what I expected to see from you tonight, so I congratulate you on that. The only thing I was slightly disappointed in is the performance, because when you're on stage, I would like to see you enjoying yourself. And I don't feel like you brought any joy tonight. I didn't see you perform and think you were having fun. And that's like the one thing I want. So going forward, I would like to see you thinking less about what you're doing next and performing more to the audience and being a part of the room. Because if you can bring this to the runway and sell it like you did, I know you can do it in your performances. So that's really what I'm doing.
Do Bruce or James want to have any comments for Dawn?
I just want to say, generally, I thought all of you were wonderful. I would say out of what we call the bottom three aren't really, for me, a bottom three as such. It's just there's more of a top seven, if that makes any kind of sense. Because I just thought you were all remarkable. You look remarkable. So if you're in the bottom three, I wouldn't be disheartened about that. That's my personal opinion. These dear experts can pinpoint things. I just thought you were all incredibly entertaining, and I'm quite excited that we'll get to see, hopefully, one or two of you again.
I want to say, Dawn, this is my favourite look of the entire runway. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I think it looks incredible. Did you make this yourself? She made it herself, guys. She made it. It looks incredible. So gorgeous. But it's literally what Franny said, that just believe in yourself more. I think you doubt yourself when you're on stage, and I think once you trust your instincts, you'll just let yourself go and enjoy yourself. And that's literally it. It's very small things, as we are saying. Like, no one did badly, everyone was incredible, but we are just picking at small things because you are so talented. Before we move on, anything to add for Dawn, James, or you?
I think it's difficult to add anything to what they've said, but if you look how they look together tonight, and if you've been in the bottom likes of fire under you to lip sync and pull it together, I think now's your opportunity, and let's see what you've got.
Okay, so thank you so much, Dawn. In terms of Ivy, I was a little bit concerned quite a few times during your numbers that you were going to break your ankle. Were you borrowing someone else's heels, or were they your own?
They weren't mine, but I basically, where I wore them last, I basically knocked it back in them.
Oh,
that's not an excuse, I should have fixed that.
Okay. The thing is, you were incredible. You came out all guns a-blazing, and I enjoyed your numbers, and I enjoyed your runway. You're so sparkly, you look incredible, but it was just a little bit sloppy in sections, I will say. But I'm sure that was maybe like a mixture of nerves and coming back to it after a long time. But that's maybe why you're towards the bottom tonight. Have you got anything to add for Ivy, Franz?
Only that There was a couple of times during your number where I felt like you stumbled a bit or you caught yourself sort of not knowing what you were doing next, and I would encourage you, if that happens, to just sort of play with it or play into the audience a little more, because when you sort of stumble and just sort of freeze a little bit, it becomes very apparent to the audience. So in the future, just sort of like keep your head on and sort of just try and play it off a little bit better.
Thank you.
Anything to add for Ivy, Bruce, or James? All good, all good, all good. Fabulous. Now, Ariana, I will let the audience know that Ariana did join the competition a little bit later than everyone else, so give her a cheer for that. We did have a little bit of casting changes, so Ariana did step in at the very last minute, so you deserve tremendous kudos for that. I really liked your number. I love a number that tells a story. I loved your props. It was very clean. I think you knew your words, and I could really tell that. I think what let me down maybe was the runway. I think whilst it is very you, I think maybe other looks on the stage maybe outshone you a little bit. But on the whole, I thought you were really strong tonight. It's just like it's just tough coming in later into competition when you've not as long as everyone else. Anything to add, friends? Fabulous. Anything to add, Bruce or James? Okay, so after that, we can reveal that the person who will not be lip syncing is Ivy Adamas. You are safe. So Ivy, you can leave the stage, and I hope what we said tonight might help you for the next challenge a little bit. And for Dawn and Ariana, you will be lip syncing. I'm so sorry, my loves. But we'll give you guys some time to get ready so you can leave the stage as well. Give it up for all of your contestants. Yes. That was so difficult. That was so difficult, oh my goodness. But it's now for a bit more of a fun section. Could Giza Gobble and Salvatore please step forward? We can reveal that you are the winners of this first round. Would you like to go first, Franny? Sure. Let me find my notes. Oh my lord. So if we're gonna start with Salvatore, the first word I wrote is just the word gorgeous. I think every time you step on stage, just to get this out of the way, you are slightly more seasoned than a lot of the other people here. But every time I see you come on stage, you do seem to command attention, which is something I really enjoy about you. You brought reveals, and I feel like you have improved since the last time I saw you, as much as you were already quite great at performing. You hold yourself very well, and one thing I do like about you is that every move you make has meaning. So you're not just like doing something for the sake of doing it. Like I can tell you practice. So it's a very good performance from you tonight, and a very good runway as well. It's quintessential what I would expect, and yeah, there's not a lot to say that's wrong. I would only hope maybe the fascinator was a bit bigger next time, but that's probably it. Anyway, you did great. Yes. Anything to add for Salvatore, Bruce, or James? Want to go, Bruce?
Yeah, I don't know who's seasoned performers and who's new. I didn't know that, but I just thought Salvatore was just so polished. Every movement was exact. Everything had a purpose. And I just couldn't take my eyes off you. I thought you were fantastic. And I just thought you just entertained me. Both of you entertained me. You made me laugh tremendously. I thought you were fantastic as well. And it was just great to hear a song. I don't know if it was an original song. I didn't know where the song came from, but you entertained us tremendously. So well done to both of you. I thought they were both great.
It's quite clear when Salvatore takes the stage that she kind of owns it. So I was just blown away with what you done tonight, especially your runway look. Giza, I understand you're a lockdown queen. You came out recently. I just want to know this panel tonight, but obviously learning that you're fresh to the scene, I really think. You remind me of like the old school drag queens who've got these sort of chops, like the Divine and these sort of big iconics people. I was just blown away, really blown away. I want to see more, and I think tonight definitely the two of you deserve to enjoy winners. So well done.
So Lisa, hi babe, love you. So basically, I've written that you are a performer. I can tell when you got up on stage, I saw it was live singing, I was like, right, okay, let's see how this goes. But you clearly do you have any live performance experience before this?
So I'm a musician normally, but this is my first time in drag.
Right, so that's definitely something you can tell when you get on stage, is that you know how to, again, command an audience, but in a way that I find quite endearing, because I feel like it's kind of what I like to do, I'm not gonna lie. Like a very musical theatre, like tongue-in-cheek, very old-school drag, like you were saying, especially with the outfit you're wearing. And even, I didn't understand if you maybe had a slip-up where the music was playing and you weren't. But you played along so well, some of us didn't realise. That's what I like. You're like, no, that was perfect. But no, like, that's what I appreciate about you, is that even when you slipped up, you just sort of played it off and everyone was able to laugh with you. That was something I really enjoyed.
I've not got much else to add. I think Giza, like, I'm just so impressed by you. I think for someone who's so like fresh to the drag scene, I think you just have such great energy and you're just like so likable. Like, I want to be your friend. Like, you just seem so nice. And I thought, that what you did really stood out, because that is difficult. It is difficult doing something live with a track, because if something goes wrong, you have to keep on going. And I thought you were so funny. I think the only critique I would say is with your runway. I get that you're doing the whole TikTok queen thing. I think you could take it further. That's all I would say. All I would say, if you're going for like, if you're being a TikToker, maybe have your phone out as if you're doing a TikTok, like tell the story a bit more. You could have like a frame around you like you're on a TikTok, I don't know, like, or you can have like a wee donut in your hair, I don't know, like just take it a bit further and make it more of a moment. But that's literally all I can critique you for, because you're so strong. And the exact same, like Salvatore, like, I have no critiques, you absolutely killed it, absolutely killed it. Make some noise for our winners! Yeah! So, darlings, you may leave the stage, congratulations. Which means, Nebby, Aster, and April, you are all safe. Well done, darlings, well done. Now, we will do a little bit of judges' feedback. Since it is our first week, I think it is good to hear from the judges, just so you know what to like look at for next time. Do you want to start, Miss Franny?
Yes. So, Aster, you are gorgeous. Thank you very much for being here. The only thing I could critique you on tonight, there's two things. One was the wig reveal that you planned on doing. I could see the blonde of your hair peeking out, so maybe just keep it tucked in a little bit longer. And the other thing was your split. I really wanted to ask if you were okay. Like, are you okay after that split? Okay, good. But everything else was just really gorgeous, really great to watch. You're very, again, I keep saying this, and this will probably be something I say every week, is very commanding on the stage. I really want to watch you when you're on stage, and stunning. Thank you.
Yes, so again, Aster, I thought you look absolutely incredible. One thing I will give you massive props for is your song choice. And I think that, especially for a show like this, maybe like a lot of people's first drag show or their first drag show back after lockdown, I think you picked a song that is such a crowd pleaser, and that will get them on your side like immediately. I think it's a great shout. You performed it so well. Your confidence was great. You were one of my tops tonight. I really loved you tonight, Aster. You're incredible. Anything to add for Aster, Bruce? Fabulous. Okay, we'll move on to Nebby. Now, I loved your runway look. I think it was really stunning. I think you were one of the best performers on the runway. You really sold the whole concept. In terms of your performance, definitely a bold choice, but I think for me, it paid off. in some ways I'm a bit of an intellectual sometimes, and I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was very intelligent. I think it definitely showed us who you are as a performer. I think that's really, really important, because that was the challenge of this first week. And yeah, I actually thought that you were very funny as well, and that in the sections between your poems, you were making us laugh, and I think you showed your personality really well. So maybe look into doing stand-up. I think you have a comedic side to you. So well done, darling. I think you're really impressed.
I think all I have to add to that is you're smart. I can tell. And when you write poetry, you're really bearing your soul when you read this kind of stuff out in a crowd. And all I could ask from you is to take your time more and really sell what you're saying to the audience. Because when you say these kind of things, obviously you're putting your whole self into these poems, and it's a very deep and meaningful experience. So you kind of want to make it a little more theatrical. Because when you're stood up against this pillar, and you kind of seem to have this sort of air of like apologetic, like sorry, but this is happening. Like I want to see you come on stage and go, you're listening to my poetry, and you're gonna cry. Like I want to see that kind of energy from you. And again, your runway was well informed, and I think it had a real good meaning behind it. You looked stunning. Yeah, I think you did fairly well tonight. Yeah.
Okay, and we're going to finish off with Miss April. Now this look is incredible. Can we get a share of this look? This is amazing. I think definitely up there with Dawn as my favourite look on the runway. You look absolutely incredible. Did you make this?
Yeah.
She made it, guys. Look at that. It's incredible. You look absolutely incredible. I'm obsessed with it. In terms of your performance, you did come out first, which is always tough. I felt you were a little bit unsure at times, but your dance moves were strong, and I think you sold who you were. I think, whilst you were so strong, I think you were just pipped to that win by Giza and Salvatore, but you were definitely one of the best tonight, I would say. Anything to add, Franny?
Just a little bit, yeah. So again, beautiful outfit. It kind of reminds me of like a little bit Cardi B, like something she would wear or has worn. I don't know. I don't really keep up with Cardi B. And one other thing, during your performance, I could see you adjusting your headpiece a lot.
Yeah, so it got bent in the car.
It got bent in the
So
car.
it's like
I've got bent in the car many a time. Right, okay. Well, yeah, I would just maybe make sure like it's a little bit more adjusted. And I would say the one thing I was quite surprised about was the song choice. It's quite unexpected for what I would expect from you. I don't know if that means anything, but just my own opinion. Yeah, I think you look great. You look great now. You look great during your performance. Yeah, you did really well tonight. Just not.
Okay, anything to add, Bruce or James? Okay, right. Darlings, well done. You're all through to our next challenge. We'll see you all then.